Hey there, everybody. Hope Monday is treating you well so far. Hope you all had your great weekend, as we should, and it was well deserved, and you feeling rested and ready for yet another week. We have to try and be conscious of not letting them kind of just melt into each other, but sometimes that's a bit difficult, and we think, what day is it? But yeah, here we are. All right, so I'm going to do another quick reading like I did the other day with the mermaids and dolphins oracle. This is a deck of cards, like I've mentioned before, that is very plain and simple. To some people it seems a little bit childish, but it's actually one of my more accurate decks of cards and one of the ones I've had for the longest time. And when I really want straightforward answers, these are the cards I go to. If I want quick, straightforward answers, it's really great. And I think with the energy we've got right now, reminding us, maybe we don't want to be reminded, but we've just had two eclipses, one after the other. We've just come out of Mercury retrograde. Today is the first day that we're out of Mercury retrograde, out of the thicker things at least. There's still the Mercury retrograde shadow that we have for a couple of days, but you should start feeling as if things are easing off a little bit in the next couple of days. You should feel like it's easier to breathe. We don't feel so anxious and stressed and aggressive and all of the other things that come with it. So hopefully that's the case. And yeah, it's a good time just to try and breathe and work towards the end of the week where we're going to now have new moon and we can set new intentions. So I will be doing energy sessions for that, anybody who's interested. And new moon is a reset button. It's a wonderful thing to have. We have the opportunity once a month to reset, to write down things we want to let go of, set new intentions, and especially if you are someone who does set goals for your month to achieve certain things, to pay certain things, whatever it is that you need to do, that's the best time to do it. Okay. So let's see what the Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle has to tell us today. I always ask what is, most important for us to know right now, or anything about the energies that we are surrounded with, or surrounded by rather, for the week ahead. Let's see what comes up. What do we need to know most importantly right now, please? That one shot into space just about. Father healing. This is super interesting. We got this at the last reading I did, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure this was in last week's reading. Father healing. Super interesting. Okay, your personal power increases as you give your father-related issues to heaven. This is very important healing that we need to do, and it's something that a lot of us struggle with. A lot of us struggle with mother healing. I do readings like this all the time for mother and father healing. It's very important to know that our parents in our lives hold certain energies, and even more important, they come into our lives not just as people and human beings with personalities, but they are a specific energy and a consciousness, that comes into our lives for a reason. They're here to teach us something, and they're here to facilitate either a lesson or a healing or something along those lines. So if you can imagine your parent, especially if you've got unhealthy relationships, as a ball of energy, and this is not easy to do. I also struggle with certain things like this, but imagine them as this ball of energy or this crystal that holds a resonant energy, okay? And this crystal's sole purpose is here to teach you patience or to teach you compassion or whatever the case is. And obviously there's more than one lesson in your life that your parents are here to teach you, but ultimately they are here as a specific energy with a specific intention or purpose to teach us something. Okay, and a parent can, for instance, teach you compassion by not having compassion, and just your will to not be like them will inevitably make you a more compassionate person. So even if it comes in a really, what can be perceived as like a really twisted or weird and wonderful way, that lesson comes anyway. So if you do battle with that, which we all do at some point, try to imagine them as an inanimate object. Okay, it sounds really detached and strange, but it's better to kind of do that, especially if it's a very really terrible situation and something you really struggle with. And if this person already has passed and left us, You might find that even in the past couple of weeks or days, you might have dreamt of this person, whether it's a real father or a father figure in your life, or someone who was an absent father, whatever the case is. We sometimes dream about them, and that's for us to have conversations that we might not have been able to have in waking life, or to deal with something in the dream state that would have been too traumatic for us in our waking life. So this is often why this kind of thing happens. I just want to touch on this in terms of what it says in the book, because it talks very much about, it just gives us actually very important information, if I remember correctly. Here we go. Your personal power increases as you give your father-related issues to heaven. This card shows you that you still have some father issues left to heal. The healing doesn't need to take a long time. It simply requires your willingness to be free of any old anger, grief, or fear related to your male parent, or obviously a father figure. Universal energies are either male or female. Male energy is expansive and giving, where female energy is nurturing and receptive. If we're unhealed with respect to our father, the universe seems to be ungenerous. If we're unhealed towards our mother, we won't accept the gifts the universe has to offer us. The more you focus on the spiritual truth of your father, the more your heart will be receptive to the universe's continuous and all-encompassing giving. Accept your rightful bounty and open your arms to the divine inheritance, and use the following affirmation. I now focus on the love that is the spiritual truth of my Father. I hereby balance all karma between us. I now let go of everything but the love and the lessons of my relationship with my Father. Okay, so as I mentioned before, that won't be 100% true or accurate or useful for everybody, but it will certainly be true for some of you. And they directly affect your abundance. Just like I said, this expansive giving energy, if you're not healed with this relationship, the world does not seem expansive. If you're not healed with your mother, it's going to make you feel like you cannot be receptive, you cannot accept those gifts. So it directly affects your abundance. In other words, your material wealth and things like that, if these relationships are unbalanced. All right, let's see what else we got. What else do we need to know this week, please, or work on, or be aware of? Treasure chest. An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you. Okay, this is very likely if you work on this healing. If you're battling with this is blocked, okay? And if you can just heal, you don't have to completely heal your relationship with your father 100% and everything's perfect. But if you take those steps towards healing or do one positive thing, it can open this kind of energy. An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. That's wonderful. So expect something wonderful. Okay, look at her face. She's like, wow, this is awesome. That's wonderful. Okay, keep an eye out for that, guys. I think that's all I have to say about that. Anything else, please? I feel like when we're so overwhelmed, we just have to keep the messages simple. We've got enough to think about. Make a wish. All right, there's some really good energy here. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. If you look in the reflection here, she's a normal girl with a normal horse. And here, she's in this like fantasy world with a unicorn, and she's a mermaid, and everything is just beautiful. And it's like her wishes come true. All right, I am quickly going to read these two, actually, because I think that's all for this week. I'm going to take the card from the bottom of the deck, which is time to move on. It's time to let go. Ooh, let me just get you zoomed in. Okay. Time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. This is exactly the energy I was talking about Friday's new moon. Out with the old, in with the new. Wash it away. Wipe the slate clean. Let go of the old energy. It's worn out. It's old. Don't carry it around with you. It's not doing you any favors. Okay? Welcome new energy in as often as possible. If you can make it a regular practice every month, you're doing yourself a massive favor. Okay, let's see. Treasure chest. Your prayers for financial support have been heard, and assistance is here for you now. It comes in wonderfully unexpected ways. Remain in a state of gratitude that says that the money is already here, even if there's no visible evidence of it yet. When you feel grateful before the demonstration of supply occurs, it renews your faith, and your faith is the energy that draws riches to you without delay. Affirm this frequently. Thank you for all of the support, supply, and abundance and the money that you bring me. I am grateful for the riches which I use in divine ways to bring blessings to the earth. Your supply may show up in the form of money, or it may come as new opportunities, brilliant ideas, or gifts from others. Bless and honor these gifts, however they come to you. Your gratitude ensures continual, overflowing abundance in your life. That is true. Gratitude equals abundance. Be sending it out, and it's got to come from the heart. You've got to feel it, like your heart's going to burst, and you have to be totally and absolutely genuinely grateful. And that sends out a frequency that brings the abundance back to you. Okay, make a wish. Say an affirmative prayer right now, which means stating your desire as if you were or it were already true. Sorry. Okay, let's say that again. Say an affirmative prayer right now, which means stating your desire as if it were already true. Thank heaven for this reality and feel in your heart and belly that your dream is actually a reality. For example, say thank you for whatever your desire is. I am truly grateful for your continued support. Now is a magical moment. Go into a quiet space, even if it's just for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine that your wish has come true. Feel it with your entire being. Then express thanks for the gift and release it like a helium balloon that goes straight to heaven. If you need to take action to co-create this wish, you will be given strong and repetitive guidance in the form of feelings, thoughts, ideas, inner words, signs, visions, or dreams. It's important that you follow this guidance in order to bring the wish into a physical form. And finally, we'll read Time to Move On for whoever needs to hear this. By drawing this card, you are alerted to the fact that you need to make room for the new by letting go of the old. First, let go emotionally and intellectually. In other words, quit or say goodbye in your mind and in your heart. Once you do this, the physical letting go will happen naturally, in a peaceful and harmonious way. Ask heaven to help you to make this transition, and don't plan, scheme, or worry about how your letting go is actually going to be happening. Put all of your energy into prayer and faith and leave the rest up to the infinite spirit. You will get definite guidance whenever it's the right moment to take action. Until then, stay lovingly detached from the old situation. Okay, this energy around us after the eclipses and all of this is very much an energy of letting go. Letting go of the old. Don't cling onto something because it's familiar. Familiar doesn't mean safe. Familiar doesn't mean good. All right, bear that in mind and have a wonderful week. Sending you all lots of love. Take care. Bye for now.